This is the GameSpot Co-Op Stage. I'm from Kinda Funny. We're streaming it. People are playing Tekken, and they're looking at us again. That's what I like to say, Tekken players. Who wants to talk about XCOM? Yeah. Thank you. They were like, who wants to talk about XCOM? Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mr. Solomon himself.
Jake.
Come on, Jake. Come here.
No, hugs.
All the hugs.
No.
No hugs?
Don't let go.
I've missed you.
Don't ever let go.
You were one of my favorite Up and Noon interviews of all time, and now you're back, and I'm so excited.
Don't ever let go.
Okay, that's fine. Now it's getting weird.
Is it weird now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm making eye contact with Rahul, too. It's very awkward. Everything's going on. How are you, sir? Sit down.
Better now, yeah.
Yeah?
That was good, yeah.
So you're making another XCOM.
Yes, yeah. Making another one.
What's this one called?
This is War of the Chosen.
Okay.
This is the expansion to XCOM 2. Oh, hey, look.
Oh, what time? Look at that. We
Oh,
got some
hey,
B-roll
look.
stuff.
There's a trailer.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's happening in this one?
In this one, we have the Chosen. These lovely ladies and gentlemen you see here. These are sort of like the ultimate enemies. They're three very powerful enemies. They have personalities, and they're sort of hunting the player from the beginning of the game.
Gotcha.
And so those are new enemies, and here are our new toys for the player to play with. We've got 3 new soldier classes as well. And so these soldier classes kind of pair off against the Chosen and give you a weapon to fight them with.
Why does XCOM continue to exist?
Well...
I mean in a positive way. XCOM,
oh, good. Oh,
I
good.
like XCOM.
Oh,
you
good.
know this.
Good, yes.
People love XCOM.
Right.
Where they play it nonstop.
Right.
What do you think it is that makes your fan base so engaged?
I guess it's overcoming challenge. I mean, you know, XCOM's kind of known for being hard, for being kind of a challenge. Did my voice break there? It didn't, right?
No, not at all. You're a grown-ass man.
Anyway,
Your voice doesn't break.
Thanks for having me on.
How do you like XCOM?
I've done a lot of talking. Yeah, I think it's what we offer is something that kind of looks like other games, but it's very different when you play it. You know, it's all about taking your time, and it's about tactics and strategy. And yeah, it's just a sort of different way to have an action experience, but, you know, you kind of think about it. You get to feel clever, hopefully. Yeah.
How long have you worked on XCOM?
Oh, geez. It's been over 10 years that I've been working on XCOM now.
Was that the plan when you got the job?
Oh, my God. What?
Was that the plan when you got the first gig of working?
The plan was to make it to the next year, to the next year, to the year after that, and so here I am. But I'm blessed. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who I don't take this for granted. Like the ability to be here, to be up here with you, to be at E3, like it is such a gift. And so, like in this industry, and I've said this before, like, it's, you know, it's every game, if it's not a great game, it's probably your last game, you know, and that's how it works. And so for me, I just feel very, very blessed to be here, to be in front of all these very, very beautiful people. Hi, thank you. It's just, it's a gift to be up here and to just talk about it, to talk with you. So yeah, it's.
How do you keep iterating on it, though? How do you keep making XCOM new? Because not at its base level, right? It's, you know, strategic combat.
Yeah, right. It is. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the struggle. But there's so much. It's nice because there aren't too many people in this space. And so it's not hard to come up with new ideas and say, hey, this would be a really interesting twist on it. This would be a way to make it fun. You know, with the expansion pack, we added characters with personality. We've added a lot of new toys, but we've added a lot of personality to the game, and that's something we haven't done before. Enemies that can talk to you, can remember things that have happened before, who have kind of grudges against you, and I think it adds a whole new element to it. Hey, that's XCOM.
Hey, XCOM's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Looking a lot more colorful than usual.
Yeah, it's very colorful. You know, we use the whole palette, man. It's a rainbow. Yeah, and you know what? When you customize your soldiers, you can make them look however you want, you know?
Were you surprised to see XCOM find the success it has on consoles? For a long time, this was a game strictly for PC dorks.
That's right. That's right. And I think that people sell gamers short. In general, people sell us short, right? No matter what platform you play on, people tend to sell us short, or they market as if we're not capable of loving lots of different things. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I watched The Real Housewives of Orange County. That does not mean that I don't also now I'm struggling to come up with something smart.
I don't know. I chop lumber.
I also chop lumber, and I read the New Yorker, and I watch the Housewives of Orange County.
You're a Renaissance man over here.
Is that what a Renaissance man is? But no, I think that people, there is some condescension, and I think that that's not true. So for console gamers, like what they need is a good game, a fun game, and it's on us as creators to say, look, none of us have a lot of time now. We need to make sure that it's understandable, that it's palatable, but as long as you make a good game, then I think it doesn't matter what platform it goes on.
You said something interesting there. We don't have a lot of time now, right?
Yeah.
Like so many things are pulling for our attention. Have you ever thought of not dumbing it down, Xcom, but making it easier? Because one of the best videos I've ever seen promoting a video game was the one where you were inside the game store. And they did this viral video where he was just walk up to random people who were looking at other games and be like, what about this? What about Xcom or whatever? And there was one where you're like, you can play 30 hours of it and lose.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, I don't want to play that at all.
And that guy did not buy a copy. Oddly enough, my sales pitch was not laser sharp. So, no, yeah, I think that, and it's funny because I think that what happens is that you hear, oh, XCOM, that's so hard. And then I had moments in the past where I would lean into that and be like, oh, hard. Everybody wants hard. But that's not true. I think what we all want is to be put in a difficult, oh my goodness, look at the customization on that robot. It's
Have you
green
not watched
and
your
pink
own
hearts.
B-roll here?
What's that?
You haven't watched your own B-roll?
No,
I assumed you captured all this.
No, I don't know what that's from. That's beautiful. So yeah, I think that instead what we all like is to feel a sense of challenge, but to have a way out of it, have it be more of a puzzle. And so I think that, I think that there are ways to make the game a little more, not accessible, that's not the issue, but sort of make it more of a puzzle. And we did that a lot with the expansion. Like we didn't worry about making the game too hard or not hard enough, but we tried to give the player lots of tools so they can play it how they want.
No, I understand what you're saying. I think that we all play games to overcome challenges, but when it's infinite continue and there's no big deal, you lose that, right? It doesn't matter as much.
But at the same time, we all have so many games we could play, and so I have a very low frustration meter, right? And so if I run into something and I'm like, they're not explaining what I'm supposed to be doing next, then I'll give up because I have 10 other things I could do.
Exactly. Whenever you get to that point of I'm going to take a break, a break inevitably turns into 3 months later, oh, man, I put that game down and
I think I liked that game, but I stopped at some point. Yeah.
I think that's what was interesting for me with XCOM is like when it came to console, the original, well, not the, you know what I mean, the HD one on PS3, Xbox 360 or whatever. Like that was the one for me where I hadn't played. I'd always heard of XCOM. Charles on Yet at IGN at the time had loved it forever. So to jump in and play it, it was that thing of like, I've heard this game's really intense, but it was intense in the, I'm going to name all my characters after the Podcast Beyond guys, and then Ryan Clements is going to get shot to death, and I'm going to feel terrible and tell him the next day that happened.
Terrible, but it's fun to tell people, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I have some bad news.
You didn't pull through.
You
got scared on the battlefield.
You did not make it.
Should have got you on it.
But your wife is still surviving, and I will comfort her for you.
Well, that's weird.
That's.
Then you took it and made it really, really.
Maybe everybody. That's everybody, right? Is that everybody? You know what I'm talking?
Okay. I guess that's everybody. Yeah. How big's the team right now working on Xcom?
We're about 60 internally. So, we're relatively lean I don't know. I mean, some teams you hear about nowadays, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of people, entire villages are making games nowadays.
100%.
States, their entire countries. And
I was going to say, Mike Biffle had all of the UK behind making Thomas Was Alone and Volume.
That's right. An enormous team. So, yeah, we're about 60 internally, and then we have some external stuff as well. And so it's fun. I mean, we get to make – what's fun, I think, for the team is we get to make a game that's different, and so it's fun to go out and talk about it because, we can say, well, this is something different. We get to offer people a different experience, and so, it's just exciting to get out there and talk about it.
Has it made it hard, though, to offer a different experience, right? You're not the You're not the AAA first-person shooter or a third-person action, so, like, are you getting as many opportunities to go to IGN, GameSpot, all these different places? Yeah, I mean, I'm on Kind of Funny, and so that's like a, top line. Top of the pyramid right there. And I think that what it comes down to is that it has fans at again, it sort of has like hardcore fans at every venue. And so we get a lot of opportunity to talk to people, and it's
certainly popular enough that we get to talk to a lot of people, and it's great because the interface with fans, we get to show it off to a lot of new people, and it's been exciting to sort of be up here and be at E3, and yeah, it's.
So you talk about not having a lot of competition in the space.
Sure.
What was your reaction at the Ubisoft conference?
Oh, did they do something?
They did something interesting where they took Mario and the Rabbids and gave them guns.
Okay, yeah, it was. I was watching the stream, and I was like, okay, oh, yeah, Rabbids and Mario, okay, and then they're like walking around, they're like, and this is the point where we enter the tactical combat, and I was like, the what? and we are passing around, and Luigi has entered half cover, and I'm like, what? He did what? I was like, I think I might be having a stroke. Like, it blew my mind. It was awesome. I mean,
yeah.
You see things like that, and it's very exciting because obviously those are the kind of games I love, and so seeing Mario like walking around and like flanking people, and they're like, Mario has Overwatch. I'm like, that's amazing. So I think for me it's an opportunity to like play a tactical combat game actually with my daughters who they've never seen XCOM, So for me it's a great opportunity to like introduce my daughters to that kind of game, and so then to me it feels like, well, maybe more people will play that, and then if they're like, yeah, but what if Mario died forever? I'd be like, oh.
What if that Peach Rabbit never got back up?
Right, that's me in the shadows being like, hey kid, you like Mario plus rabbits? Yeah.
You want something a little harder?
Yeah, you want to do autopsies on those rabbits? Yeah, we got that. We got that over here. We got the hard stuff. So yeah.
No, that was my takeaway and hope from it too. Watching Switch fans get excited for it. It was like, cool.
Yeah.
That it can be, and I don't mean to. It sounds insulting to be like it's baby's first or what. It's like first. I have no idea how deep it'll be.
Right.
But it is that idea that once you wrap your head around that combat to say, oh man, I'd like more games like that. What is that? And then that's pretty much you.
And that's the benefit too, is that we all borrow from each other, and so if they can do some things in the tactical space, and I see that, and I'm like. Because they got a lot of awesome stuff. They got the jumping, they've got the pipes, and I already see things where I'm like, that's awesome, that's really cool. That sounds like a really cool idea, and so turnabout's fair play.
Now you're gonna see it.
So
XCOM plus Rabbids.
That's right.
See what happens.
I think I can legally put Mario. Maybe he can be a super character in XCOM. Who knows? So.
Do you worry about running out of ideas for what to do with XCOM?
No. I mean, I worry about everything. I think that if you're a creative type, right, you're always worrying. You feel like a fraud, and you're always worrying about, how can I ever do this again? How can I do this again? And then you get into it, and the ideas just start coming. And again, I think that this is a space that's underserved, and so to me, I think they're just.
Look at them. They're hijacking your
trolling me. You're trolling me.
Yeah, there it is.
And here they are moving to the tactical combat space. We will destroy the rabbits. They have invaded Earth, and so no, I think that whenever you start thinking about a new idea, I mean, you know how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Once you start thinking about it, the ideas, they just start coming, and I don't think I could ever implement all the things I want to by the time I'm going to retire, which, hopefully isn't soon.
You think we'll ever stop fighting the aliens? Just fight somebody else, maybe,
Rabbids?
No, don't mean I'm not dialing back to the Rabbids. Don't worry about the Rabbids, everybody. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about XCOM.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the type of game it's perfect for not just what we've done, for a lot of different thematic environments. So you can imagine a medieval space. You can imagine a modern combat space. I think all those things would work. I think, and in my head, and those are copyrighted now. Those are all copyrighted.
We've already registered the URLs. No one else
right.
has to do anything.
That's right. And so, no, I think that XCOM is more than just the story. It's certainly more of a system. And so you could take that and you could drop that in a lot of different environments. And I think you could tell lots of new stories, make lots of new games out of it. And so that's certainly exciting to me.
When is XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, coming out?
August 29th. It's coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Smart. Okay, cool.
Yep.
How much is it going to cost?
Don't know yet.
Damn it, I thought I could get you on that one.
I truly have no idea. I'm just a.
You're just the idea man. You
I'm
don't
a
worry about
poor-
the finances.
I'm just a
of
poor
it. You don't worry about
creative
the fin-
type. I don't know. They guide me from place to place, and I'm a man baby. I honestly I do only one thing. So
That's fine. Well, it looks great. Thank you for coming by.
thank you.
Give me a
It's always
handshake.
great to see
Now
you.
hug me again. Hug me again.
Come here. Come in for it.
He's a good hugger. Everyone should try to hug this man after the fact.
Oh, I don't
And buy his game too, because that'd be nice.
There we go.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Man.
Bye, everybody.